WrestleMania Smackdown, more like a Sunday Night Heat Smackdown. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. We're here reviewing the last Smackdown before WrestleMania 38. I don't think it's going to matter whether you're watching night 1 or night 2. I think both of them are going to be absolute shite. If it was anything like this Smackdown show, it'll not be worth watching. So we kick off with the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. Essentially, a Battle Royal named after a big fat guy who was pretty tall, and the ring's filled with jobbers. I mean, that is essentially what happened here. Nothing really at stake. You win this, you get talked about for a couple of weeks, you get a trophy, and then you're never heard of again. So yeah, that's pretty much what the winner of this gets. I mean, Baron Corbin later in the show was bragging about how he won the Andre the Giant Battle Royal competition, but what exactly has he done since? I mean, not a fucking lot. It's not like he went on to be a world champion or anything like that. I mean, look at the people that's won this. Baron Corbin, Cesaro, Big Show wins it and he ends up fucking out AEW Dynamite crying and doing 10 million face heel turns. So does winning this really get you anywhere? It doesn't look like it. Madcap Moss wins. Probably the best fucking person to win it. Although that's not really saying much because it was literally full of jobbers. I'm pretty sure Fear would have been in it, but unfortunately he doesn't debut till Monday night. Looking forward to that. We've waited about 4 years on him. The wait's finally almost over, so yeah, I can't wait to see Big Fear, but he wasn't here tonight. Madcap Moss wins, and yeah, that's how we kick off SmackDown. I don't get it, honestly. I don't fucking get it. Finn Balor pulling double duty tonight, by the way. He was in this match, and he did wrestle later on tonight as well. Finn Balor got jobbed out. So yeah, Madcap Moss won by basically throwing out Finn Balor. Finn Balor hit the sling blade. He then went to do another running attack on Madcap Moss. Madcap Moss kind of ducked out the way and used Finn Balor's momentum against him. And Finn Balor went tossing to the outside. So yeah, Madcap Moss picks up a big victory in the opener of SmackDown. We go to a commercial break. No, actually, we don't. We go to a joke first. Madcap Moss says he's going to give us a joke to celebrate winning this. And he says, what do you call a battle royal with the smartest people from Texas? And the answer is a cattle royal. So, yeah. I mean, it's kind of funny how bad it is, but it's not really going to make anybody laugh. But I guess, he's basically saying that cattle are smarter than people. And I don't know, regarding Texas, it could be true on that. I guess it could be true, but we then go into a break, we come back, and we had a ring filled with 20-odd jobbers. We come back, and we've got a ring filled with 3 jobbers, because it's Ricochet defending the Intercontinental Championship against those 2 lawnmower guys, the guys that mow fucking lawn. Well, they'll need to go back to their day job, they'll need to start mowing more grass, because none of them won the IC belt here. It's sad. I mean, it's sad that Razor Ramon, this was the biggest belt he held. And I know he doesn't give a shit because he got money, he got paid for it, but it's just mad to think that Razor Ramon used to be the Intercontinental Champion, and now it's been defended in a freebie against these 3, you know what I mean? It's insane. Anyway, Ricochet wins. Who the fuck cares? I certainly did not. We then had a promo package. It was a promo package detailing the feud between Austin and Owens. And what feud? There literally is no feud. I mean, it's Owens slabbering about Texas, and then Austin saying that he's going to, appear at Mania and confront him. How's that a feud? Wouldn't a rivalry, wouldn't a feud require 2 people, interacting with each other week in, week out? We haven't had that. But apparently Owens versus Austin is a rivalry. And this will be main event night 1. So kind of mad that a talk show is going to main event night 1. I don't know. There's different ways you can interpret that. Is it horrible booking by WWE? Or is it just proof that nobody's fucking close to Steve Austin's level? The fact that they need to put a talk show in the main event. And let's be real, night 1 is... I believe night 1's got both Becky Lynch, both women's title matches on it. I think both of them are happening on night 1. I don't know if I'm right with that, but I did see WWE upload a post earlier saying what will be the combination of women champions after night one, so, which would suggest to me that both women's titles are happening on night one. And if that's true, I mean, Ronda Rousey is supposed to be this big star. You know, Becky Lynch is supposed to be the man. Charlotte Flair is supposed to be, 13-time champion, greatest women of all time. Yet none of them can get in the main event because 58-year-old Stone Cold Steve Austin's coming back to, drink a beer and hit a stunner on a fat bastard. It's like, I don't get it. I do not get it. Up next with Sasha Banks and Naomi taking on Carmella and Selena Vega. They win. So, I mean, if Selena Vega and Carmella cannot win a normal tag match with a 50-50 chance of winning, what chance have they got of winning the Fatal 4-Way tag match at WrestleMania? Now, Scott Steiner's maths might be better than mine, but I work that out at a 25% chance. And if they can't win when they've got a 50% chance, then what chance do they have with a 25% chance? But I'll tell you what, guys, there's about a 0.1% chance of me getting through the rest of this review without falling asleep, because this show fucking sucked. But we'll try and move on. Up next, we had... What did we have next? I have to go on Twitter here and find it. Alright, okay, we had another promo package. Ronda Rousey, Charlotte Flair. It then showed you Ronda Rousey training in the ring with Shayna Baszler, trying to learn some new stuff, I guess. Rousey said that either Charlotte's going to tap or she's going to rip her arm off and give it to her family as a souvenir. I mean, it probably wasn't as bad as the last couple of promos Ronda Rousey cut, but this was still pretty shit. Speaking of shit promos, Charlotte Flair came out. This was fucking horrendous. Stole Sable's line. Completely just stole it. I mean, almost said it word for word. All the women want to be her and all the men want to be with her. And that's just not fucking true. I mean, out of all the women in WWE, I highly doubt she's the number one on most men's list. But if she wants to claim that, then if she wants to blatantly lie, then so be it. But she also said she's had zero plastic surgery, so it is proof that Charlotte Flair is a liar, just like her dad. I mean, I loved the Nature Boy, but, I mean, fucking hell, Ric Flair probably tells more lies than Pinocchio. But anyway, maybe it wasn't his nose that grew. Maybe that's why he can do the helicopter on the plane ride for hell, because of all the fucking lies he's told over the years. But regardless, Charlotte comes out, cuts a promo about, and she had to reference cool. She was like, me beating Ronda at WrestleMania, that's cool. Me being a 13-time women's champion, that's cool. Me doing this and that, that's cool. And then she rhymed cool with school, and it's like, holy fucking shit. Oh, and then it was fucking horrendous. And then at the end of it, Cole says, "Oh, WrestleMania is going to be cool." And I'm thinking, oh my fucking god. The only thing that would be cool here is if Putin dropped a fucking nuke on me, man, because this isn't happening. This show was shit. We then had Happy Corbin backstage, like, through it, like, he kind of put the sword in Madcap Moss's face. Madcap Moss thought it was Drew. He turned around, it was only Corbin, so he was safe. Yeah, unfortunately, I wasn't safe for watching this. Could maybe next time, Corbin, try putting that sword near my direction, hopefully take my heat off, to end the misery, to end the pain. Then we had a promo package between Reigns and Lesnar. It just basically showing you their feud up until now. It was advertised both of them would be on the show, and we didn't get that. So false advertisement. There's no further advance in this story. I mean, this was basically just a SmackDown show with a bunch of jobber matches and essentially showing you promo packages for all the big matches. I mean, garbage. You could have done, this could have been like this could have been on YouTube. This could have been like a special, like a WrestleMania preview. This did not. You know what? You'll probably get the same shite on night 1 and night 2. On the WrestleMania previews, you'll just get what you got tonight. I mean, this SmackDown was pointless. It really was. After this, we moved on to Pat McAfee's dancing on the table because Nakamura's coming out. Austin Theory comes out, leg sweeps him. McAfee falls, hits his head. McAfee chases Austin Theory to the back. Austin Theory runs into McMahon's dressing room. Pat McAfee looks like he's not going to ball her. He's going to walk away. Then he does a 180, kicks down McMahon's door. McMahon comes out, go face to face. McAfee kind of backs off. I would have liked to see Pat just knock out McMahon, or just put McMahon and fucking McAfee in the main event. I don't know, but we didn't get that. In the end, Pat just went back and sat down at the announce table. Thought that was a wee bit weak. Then we got a 6-man tag match. Austin Theory came out and threw cola or something on Pat, and I don't know, man. 6-man tag match. Austin Theory ends up beating Finn Balor clean. Finn Balor's lost twice tonight. He's the United States champion, and he's lost clean. Then we move to tonight's main event. It's Happy Talk. Corbin, you can sense that Corbin and Madcap Moss, I think, are going to split up soon. There seems to be a bit of friction between the two. Corbin says he's got a joke. What does Drew McIntyre... No, he says, what does Drew McIntyre's mother and the Sword have in common? And the answer is, Drew lost them both. I mean, fucking hell. I guess it's a bit edgy, but... I guess it was edgy. Drew McIntyre comes out, throws a chair at Corbin, grabs the sword, Corbin runs, and SmackDown goes off the air with Drew McIntyre pointing the sword at Corbin. So there you go, guys. Really, really shit SmackDown. It was essentially just showing you, promo packages of the feuds, the rivalries up until now. I mean, we did kick off with a couple of matches, but after that, there was very, very little backstage segments as well. We were told we were getting Lesnar and Reigns. We didn't see them on screen. We've seen a pre-record of Ronda Rousey. I mean, Charlotte came out and cut a promo, but whoop-de-doo. It was really poor. It was really, really poor. None of the big people from Raw were on this show. There was no Becky Lynch. There was no Edge. There was no AJ Styles. No Bobby Lashley. No Omos. I mean, surely they could have done something more tonight, guys. I didn't like this show. I'm going to give it a 1 out of 10. And I feel like I'm being it's hard to rate this show because it didn't feel like a normal show. It felt like, they put some matches that weren't worthy of being on Mania. They chucked some non-Mania worthy matches on, and then it was basically just promo packages showing all the rivalries heading into WrestleMania weekend, guys. That was that. I'm giving it a 1 out of 10. Let me know what you think down below. I'll catch you on the next one. But until then, this has been Fog Wrestling. Peace.